Hey guys, welcome back. So let me just do a quick video. It's been a little while since I did a video. Um, so what's going on? So it's Wednesday morning. CPI just came out hot, hotter than expected. Um, what do I think? What do I think is going on? I think we're likely at the start, finally, of a at least a small correction, and I'll show you why here. So first, let's jump to the daily chart. So SPY here, obviously we got the bad news on CPI, and multiple rate hikes are now in the shitter. Um, so, multiple. I guess you can still have what, two, maybe, um, maybe three. But the reality is that they're probably not going to happen anytime soon. Now, PPI could come out and surprise tomorrow. Who knows? We're going to play it by ear. But what are we looking for coming up? Like in the next, I don't know, a few weeks to maybe the next quarter, let's say. So here's the daily chart, right? So I've been talking about this channel forever, right? I said this is our uptrend. We're going back to October with this uptrend. And I said, as soon as we fall out of this and we stay out of it, I said, we're going to be in trouble. So as you can see, that's exactly what's happening. It doesn't look like we're going to get back in this channel. As you can see here, we're pretty much at a area of resistance here as well here. So the fact that we lost 520, remember I said we've been playing around that 520 or 525 area. If we end up in the teens, it's going to be very bearish. Well, now we're about to end up in the single digit fives. So, if you're not bearish yet, you should probably start to look into why you're not bearish, Anyway, that's a daily chart. What I really am looking at, though, is the weekly chart. So here, if we look on the weekly chart, so I want to point you to a couple things. So first, I want to show you the MACD. We'll start there because we all know the MACD, right? So our MACD is curling over, and we are getting ready to turn. Now, again, I'm not saying we're heading into a bear market or there's going to be the market's going to crash. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying is that if you look at, because all we can do is we can look at the information that we're given and make the best decisions with that information. So what I do is I look at past information, and the market repeats itself. You know what I mean? If you really look, things tend to happen, and whether you point to it as charts are just really an indication of what's cycling all over again. It may be a different reason for the drop. It may be inflation here. It may be a world event somewhere else. But the reality is that it shows up in the charts, okay? So this is what I'm looking at in the weekly chart. So if you look back here, you have our MACD about to cross here, okay? Our RSI is at extremes. Again, this is the weekly chart, so we're talking about a pullback of, over the next quarter, I would say we should be looking at this, or the next few weeks, I would say at least. So let's take a look at what happened the last time that we got these same conditions, okay? So our RSI was oversold. We had a MACD cross, and we had our wave trend here at extremes and crossing, right? So that brings us to here. So this was back in July, okay? So this was back when, July 31st, so August. Does that ring a bell? That's when our uptrend started here in, I'm sorry, October. I'm thinking. So July was the last actual pullback. So this pullback happened from July 31st. So you could say August to October. And then October, we started our last uptrend, right? So this might not look like a lot again, but it's the weekly chart. So we dropped from about the 450-ish area, 460, all the way down to uh, almost 400. So about a 50-point drop. Um, that's substantial in about what? Let's see. This was August to October, so about 3 months. And what did I say? About a quarter, right? Is what we'd be looking for. Um, so the next few weeks. So again, we had that um, RSI at extremes here. RSI was over 70. Our MACD crossed bearish, and our wave trend was at extremes. Okay, so let's go to our conditions today. So we now have, when this weekly candle closes, I assume our MACD will then cross bearish. If not, I'm not going to wait on it. We'll be likely looking to enter plays very soon with this. This will be multi-week type play as well for both stocks and options. Um, so again, same conditions. Okay, MACD is about to cross. RSI has already turned down actually, but we're still barely at extremes. Um, and our wave trend is again at extremes. So the party's over for bulls, at least for a little while. Um, and again, I want to be I want to be clear on how that's relative, okay? Because look at this. This is an uptrend, right? So all we're looking at is this small pullback. Yes, it's 50 points. That's a decent pullback. You're talking about, if that happens again, that's about a 10% correction. Um, uh, but to be honest with you, that's what we need right now. We need another nice pullback. 8-10% would be nice. Maybe even a little more after this huge run up. And then we can continue on the bull market then. That's that's valid. So and again, I want to keep everything kind of you know uh, within a fair scope here. This is again the weekly chart. Okay. So this is going to take a while. The market could be up next week, or the week after. What I'm saying is that over the next quarter or so, the next few weeks, maybe the next 2, 3, 4 months, maybe, I would look for us to pull back, and that's what I'll be looking for opportunities to play this pullback. So, um, and that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, I've been holding off on my long-term plays for the most part, for this reason. I'm waiting on better valuation, a better pullback here, and that has proved to be the smart thing to do so far. Granted, I know you all want to get into plays. You're all getting antsy, probably like I am. But the reality is, there's a time to step on the gas, and there's a time to take your foot off the gas. And right now is time to take your foot on the gas, but almost time to slam it on the gas for the short side. So, we're still kind of in limbo, but you can kind of see where things are going here. The writing is on the wall, if you will. Anyways, I just wanted to do a short video, short little update video. Obviously, there's loads more information to come to the premium group here as this plays out. And I'll have plenty of plays for you guys when that happens. Again, we're trend traders, okay? So, when the last few weeks take away, this past week or so, have been very sideways. Um, that's not really what we're looking for. That's not really where we make our money, right? But this is definitely an area where we make our money. Okay, so um, we will get get your money ready. You know, make sure you're ready to roll. Is what I'm getting at. So more to come. If you guys like the content, please like and subscribe. And appreciate you guys watching. Take care.